The legend of Reelfoot Lake. At the beginning of the 19th century, this region was called Indian Country. And rightly so, for in the rich bottomlands dwelt a tribe of the Chickasaws, which camped at the base of the bluffs that rose 300 feet above the Mississippi, providing the lookout points so needed in a wilderness. Legend says that at the time of our story, a mighty chief ruled wisely. Yet his heart was heavy, for his only son had Indians. He walked and ran with a rolling motion, so his people called him Kalopin, meaning Reelfoot. When the old chief died, Reelfoot became chief. He too was sad and lonely, for as yet none of the Indian maidens had stirred in him the thoughts of love. His father had often recorded to him tales of the mighty tribes dwelling to the south, and of the wondrous beauties. Gathered a few of his chosen tribesmen and wandered south in quest of a princess. Many days they journeyed. Finally, their canoes, floating down the river, entered a domain having different tribal customs, and there were signs that told them they were approaching the abode of a mighty chieftain. Reelfoot sent runners forward to notify the great Choctaw. When the village was reached, Reelfoot went forward to offer the requisite homage to Copiah. And then, continuing the legend, he beheld his dream princess, more beautiful than he had ever dared imagine, sitting closely by the side of the chief, her father. The old chief was stately and dignified, as all Indians are on such occasions. And after they had smoked, Reelfoot replied that he was on a pilgrimage to find a princess to rule his tribe with him, and that now he saw his heart's desire for the first time. At this the old chief was filled with wrath, for he knew the beauty and enticing charm of his only daughter. And what chief would want his daughter to marry one deformed, even though he be powerful? So old Copiah told Reelfoot that his daughter was only to be given in wedlock to a Choctaw chieftain and under him. This made Reelfoot sick at heart, but he was more firmly resolved than ever to have this one Indian maiden. So he offered her father pearls and skins and other treasures that would arouse envy, even in the greatest chieftain heart. Then the old chief sent for the tribe's medicine man, who called publicly on the Great Spirit, the earth to rock, and the waters to swallow up his village and bury his people in a watery grave. Reelfoot was frightened at this threat of dire punishment, and stifling his longings deep in his heart, sorrowfully turned his canoe toward the North Star and home. Summer had come when the home country was reached, but the Reelfoot, it lacked one thing: laughing eyes, forbidden to him by the Great Spirit. Through the long summer days, the Indians fished and hunted, and Reelfoot as for the coming winter. His activities did not keep Reelfoot from thinking of his love, and wondering if the Great Spirit would really do as he said. For the first time, Reelfoot did not want to believe the Great Spirit. So, as the days grew short and the mazes gathered, he planned with his warriors to go south and capture the forbidden maiden. He implored that he send her back to her father. But Reelfoot was in love. And now that he possessed his longed-for bride, was willing to defy everything. One starry night, he brought his princess bride home, and there was great rejoicing among his people, for now they're trying to roll in rhythm with the kettle drums and tom-toms. The Indians tried to flee to the hills, but the rocking earth made them reel and stagger. Chief Reelfoot and his bride reeled also, and the Great Spirit stamped his foot in anger. The Father of Waters heard, and, backing on his course, rushed over Reelfoot's country. By the way, we're playing a game called Battle of the Sexes, and it is a really great and fun way to spend time with your family and to get them engaged. We've been sitting here playing this game for longer than they would believe. If you sat down and asked them, would you spend 40 minutes to an hour with me playing this game, they'd say, oh no. But we sat down and just did it. We're enjoying it, and we're just sitting here talking for ages. It leads into other conversations too about other things, and that's kind of the point in a way. And but it's just good to spend family time together.
Is it something we would have watched, or is it something that's like
It's something you watch.
something I watched?
And they get to talk for ages. We should spend time together.
Yay!
Spend time together. We should do this more often.
You got number 1 right.
That's wonderful. Okay, I've got the perfect question for you guys. Okay, and I'm
asking y'all questions. Trey just gave us questions. We'll just do him.
Oh, okay, no, do mine then. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's our turn. I'm sorry. You're right, but I do have the perfect one for you. I'm so busy doing this, I'm completely out of touch. I'm not even paying attention now. But this is part of the fun, you know. You can do that if you want. You can be an old, forgetful old fart.
Here's another one. I know you.
I'm enjoying this immensely. I haven't done this in quite literally years. There's my cat.
Okay, here's one. Top 10 daytime talk shows of 2011.
What is it? Dr. Phil.
Number 1.